Hello, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in. My name is Miranda Alicia, and today we have a very special guest on today's call, one of the most internationally recognized beauty experts, stylists, and makeup artists loved by celebrities all around the world. His work has truly attracted some of the most prestigious high fashion magazine covers, such as Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and Glamour. And he's committed his life to creating a line of natural beauty products free from harmful chemicals and shown to nurture, all while educating people about the truths of the beauty industry, all because he stayed true to his own beliefs. And aside from that, he is the wonderful Peter Lamas, and he is one of the most humble, genuine person that I have ever met. It is my honor now to just, welcome to the call the incredible Peter Lamas. Sir, thank you so much for tuning in to our GPS call. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
How can I live up to that introduction, Miranda? Thank you so much for being so kind to me. Yes, I appreciate it. And happy to be here with everybody at GPS. This is a great opportunity for me to get to know you all, as well as you all get to know me and what I bring to GPS.
Thank you. And, it is truly an honor just to have you here with us. And, for those of you meeting you for the first time, tell us a little bit about your background. Who is the man behind the brand?
Oh, wow. You want to put me in a spot again here. You're good at doing this. Miranda, I'm happy to say, in fact, I'm writing a book now. So this is, I just finished working on it before coming here and sharing this spotlight with you. And it's been 40 years in the beauty industry that I pinch myself because early on, I learned from the very best. I call them mentors, and they were incredible angels. Vidal Sassoon, Paul Mitchell, Kenneth Patel when it came to hair, and Way Bendy when it came to makeup, and great, beautiful, wonderful ladies that I can't even pronounce the names from Hungary when it came to skincare. And all of these people entered my life early on to teach me, to show me, to train me, and really make me who I am today. I'm so blessed, and I try to share that in my own career with other young men and women that have assisted me, and I became an apprentice of mine. What goes around comes around. But I was very fortunate to work with these incredible names, these geniuses that taught me what I know today, and I'm very fortunate in being here with you and sharing it. So that's part of my life. What I've done with that, it enabled me to really, when you're well-trained, I've always been interested in art. I'm an artist, I'm a sculptor, and that's why I went into the field of beauty to work with hair and with makeup and skincare, all of those combinations that enable me to create an image with that individual who's sitting in my chair and asking for my opinion and my help to create something that's very unique and special so they can look better, feel better. In doing so, it allowed me to meet so many incredible people working in these major salons like Vidal Sassoon, for instance, or at Kenneth Salon in New York, which is one of the most premier salons at that time, and until recently when he passed away and they closed the salon. But these salons attracted enormous enormous names, and when I say enormous names, famous, well-known personalities are from around the world and different aspects, whether it was in the movie industry or the politics or in society, or I can go on and how they built their reputation and came to me for beauty advice. And in doing so, it allowed me to create a reputation of my own, working with these icons who trusted me to make them look the way they did, especially if they were doing films or music videos or whatever it may be that they appeared in with my image, with my look, with my haircut, with my makeup. And I say my because I created this for them. That created a great opportunity for me to open up a career, to create a career and the beauty industry, and it attracted the major magazines that you just mentioned. They're not easy to get into, but I got to meet Vogue magazine and Glamour magazine, all of these beauty editors that found out who I was. One of my major, I call them godfathers, was Oscar de la Renta, the famous designer, fashion designer. He's from the Dominican Republic. I'm from Cuba, so we hit it off immediately. We became very close. I was doing his hair, his wife's hair, and he had a big, he was the wind beneath my wings, as I call it, and getting me into the different beauty magazines to open up the doors for me and allow them to see what I had to offer. And they were very pleased. And I was able to do many covers and interior work for them and a lot of celebrities. One of my first celebrities that I got to work with was Diana Ross, back when she left the Supremes and she went on her own. And here I am working with this woman, creating her own new solo career. And her first opportunity was to have a Vogue cover for Vogue magazine. And she came to me because she saw a famous model on the street, Marcia Tenier, African-American model. She was like a gazelle, tall, thin, beautiful, and asked her, who did your hair? And she recommended me. She came to, in fact, she called me at 3:30 in the morning, came over, called me, and I don't like getting 3:30 in the morning phone calls, but discovered it was her. She had just finished her last show up the Rainbow Room in New York City, and said, I'm not going to sleep. Can you see me first thing in the morning? Please, I need, and then she explained why. And I got there first thing in the morning. I don't do my best work early in the morning, but because of her, I did show up early and created this look of a Josephine Baker. I don't know if you remember who Josephine Baker was, but back in the 20s and 30s, she was one of the most famous African-American so-called personalities in show business. And I gave her that look for Vogue magazine. And ever since, till this day, I keep in touch with Diana Ross and work with her and her daughter, Tracy, and it created a whole new opportunity. That was one of my very first icons that I did. And because of her and Jackie Kennedy also, who worked with me early on in my career, I was able to attract a lot of people. They helped me a lot to pass my name around to all these incredible personalities. And now I'm writing a book. That's the reason I'm writing the book, because there's a lot of stories that I can share with the audience that would be willing to buy and read the book about all these experiences I've had that have been able to bring me here today to sit with you and talk about what we're here for.
I mean, that's incredible. Just the names that you mentioned, they're just, you know, very well-known top celebrities. And the fact that you were able to work with them and learn from them is just truly incredible. But what got you into, you know, starting your career and your path into hair and skincare? What attracted you to go in that field?
That was early on when I was born and raised in Cuba. I came fleeing the government in Cuba at that time with Castro in 1960, I think it was. And I wanted to continue pursue my art. So I went to Art Students League, one of the most famous schools in the country, based across the street from Carnegie Hall in New York City. And in order to pay my way through a school, I started thinking, well, should I wait on tables, become a messenger? I mean, you know, I barely spoke the language to begin with, English. And someone said, you know, you're always helping the students around the school cutting their hair, because I'm good at sculpting. And they said, go to school and instead of waiting on tables, become a hairstylist. You can make a lot of good money and good tips. And I said, well, let's give it a try. It's better than waiting on tables. I do something that I like and enjoy. Guess what happened? To the point that I took it to the extreme and joined Vidal Sassoon as an apprentice and learned his technique. And here I am today talking about it. So my art schooling enabled me to find a way. I always feel nothing happens in life by coincidence. Everything pretty much is laid out, and we don't know sometimes how it's all going to turn out, as long as we follow our passion. And that's what I've done always in my life. Follow my passion. I love art. I like beauty. I like creating, and that's my nature. And that's what I do well, create, when it comes especially to beauty care.
That's awesome. And now talk about, you know, your vision that you had behind creating your line of products. You know, what were the things that you wanted to mainly be known for, and then you wanted to be different from every other product out there in the market?
That's a very interesting question, and I'll tell you why. Until about the 2000, all the hair products that were out there, and skincare products and makeup products, were all chemically made. There was a lot of chemicals used in the chemistry of formulating these products, whatever the skincare, hair care, body care, makeup. And I was always interested in nature. I was always curious about, because of my grandmother. She taught me a lot about what you can do for medical purposes, using herbs and different spices for cooking and herbs for healing. And I was always interested in what nature does with all this opportunity to be able to, again, work with nature. And I started doing a lot of research, Miranda, regarding the industry, the cosmetic industry, the beauty industry, and discovered, and it led me to write a book called Dying to be Beautiful, which is a play on words, Dying to be Beautiful, discovering how many ingredients, over 800 ingredients I came across that were somewhat carcinogens that you find today in your personal care products. And I had a personal experience in the family, someone who came down with a form of cancer that had to do with the environment. And I said, God, if we're breathing and eating and absorbing chemicals, what does it, especially in the makeup of how your body works and your gene pool, and if you're prone to this or prone to that, it could, accelerate whatever it may be that's going on in your body. So I looked at nature as a resource for beauty. And there is good science. So I like to combine healthy, good science and nature, and combine them both to have the ability to show a great improvement. Because in the end, if I leave you with one concept and idea of what I try to do is, when I formulate products, because I've been in this industry for so many years, I've tried so many brands of products. Have I been happy with a lot of them? No, because I found them to be hopes and dreams in a jars in so many cases. So I wanted to create a line of products that were performance-driven product, providing problems, solutions. And I get one chance of the consumer using my products. If they like the way the product feels and behaves and the way it performs, I have them for life. I'm not selling a product. I'm selling what I call a repetitive approach to products. Once you like my products, you want to stick with them. It is the resale of that product, I call it, that continues to maintain my business growing because of its reputation, the way the products work, the way the products show up and perform on your face, on your hair, on your body. And that to me is the magic within these products. They're good, they're natural, they have good, healthy science, also very advanced science combined with nature, organic, natural. And it's wonderful to see what happens when you use these products and the way they behave and perform on your skin, on your hair. And I'm a perfect example. At my age, I brag about people, and I shared with you this story early on when we spoke. Somebody asked me once, not too long ago, this past week, last week, if there was a hairpiece that I was wearing. And I just got a haircut. When I last spoke to you, I had a lot of hair. 2 days ago, I got a haircut. And I said, what, a hairpiece? What would you ask me that question? He says, you have so much hair. And I said, oh, thank you. I said, well, I appreciate my hair, but it is really not only my gene pool, because in my gene pool, I really don't have that, what I consider bragging aspect. My parents, on my parents' side, both sides, they've lost their hairs early on. So I knew that I was destined at some point to start losing my hair. And now at my age, I have more than I know what to do with because of the hair solutions energizing system that we have to maintain hair growth. And I'm not saying that just to hype it or to impress you or the people that are listening, but I'm a walking testimonial. This is my hair. I've been maintaining it all these years, and you know my age. I don't even know if I want to say it right now, but I'm way up there, and I'm so happy to be able to tell the world that I'm very happy with my hair. Also, hair is important for everyone because it's the framing of the face. When I'm working with a face to create an illusion, to make that structure more attractive, the features, I use the hair first to frame and balance the face and the shape of the face in order to create the magic that I'm doing with skincare and makeup. So hair is very important because it is the frame. It's like taking a photograph or a painting. Without a nice frame, it doesn't show up as well. But once you put a nice, beautiful frame about it, around it, it attracts that attention so much more obvious to that picture, photograph, painting. And that's what we're doing with hair and your face. So having hair, healthy, beautiful, shiny hair, and you can see the sheen and luster that I have. I mean, that's due to the products. And I take good care of myself using good, healthy products that work.
I mean, that's funny that you mentioned that, because when I first saw you on Zoom, meeting you for the first time virtually, I mean, the one thing that stood out about you was you, and just like how amazing you look at your age. And, you know, here I am, 30, and I mean, I'm sure you have more hair than I do. Your skin looks a lot more tighter, healthier than mine, which is all because, I mean, you really take care of yourself on the outside, and that is so important and so crucial. And people, you know, I feel like some people these days, even like people my age, they wait till they're older to take care of themselves, or, you know, to even take it serious. But it does, you know, you do have to do it even at a young age. And, you know, it's all because of the products that you use, and you are, you know, the best model of your product, you know, and it's really no secret. It's just really taking care of yourself.
You kept using the word age, and to me today that is very significant because yes, we all age. That's what happens when you're born, you start aging. But it is what you do with yourself, how you see yourself, and how well you maintain and take care of yourself that makes a difference in your appearance. And my appearance to me is not just so that I look good in the mirror, but when I go outside, it reflects who I am. And whether not only the way I dress, but the way I look, the way I behave, the way I act towards one another. And that's how you build your people's confidence, and the way they see you, and the way they respect you, and the way they treat you, and so on. And beauty to me is it's not just, again, a vanity. Aging is not just a fact that we take for granted. I'm 76. I'm very proud to say that. I take good care of myself. The products, I am a walking testimonial. The products truly work for me, and they work for almost everyone that I know of that tried them and became very loyal because they saw the difference. Not because I'm selling you on this product. What I'm bragging about is that in my profession as a professional, I want to see and try and use products that make a difference in the way my skin and hair looks, feels, and behaves. I can see the difference. I can see the improvement of that. And in doing so, I want to stick with it and maintain it and take care of it. And that's what I've been doing all these years. That's why my hair is growing well. I'm getting very little lines and wrinkles at 76. I mean, I'm very proud to say that. And yes, it is what you use, how you take care of yourself, but also the confidence and the ability that your products have in helping you to do so. And these products do.
You can just tell like your love and passion, you know, behind in what you do. And, you know, just listening to you speak and hearing you talk about you know, you don't cut corners in anything. You
Never.
go above and beyond, creating only the best, putting only the best out there. You've found a problem in the market, something that's missing, and you found a solution. You created something that has, you know, blown up into something phenomenal. And, you know, I feel like there are many people out there who, you know, when they're shopping for beauty products, when they're shopping, you know, for things, they just kind of grab anything that's on the shelf, anything that sparks their attention on the front. And I think it's so important for people to learn and understand, you know, some of the products that they use every day do contain harmful ingredients, you know, like the sulfates and the silicones and the parabens and the fragrances, and, you know, that can really be damaging over time, and not just to your body, but also to your health. So why is it so beneficial for someone to use something that is natural, you know, and something that, you know, doesn't contain all of that stuff?
Here's something that you asked me early on, and I kind of drifted away, why I created the line. I told you in my profession, and I don't like to use names, but in general, those few names that have a personality behind the product line that is a professional individual, it's all about packaging in most cases. It's all about branding, how it looks, how it smells, even how it feels. but really, what are you buying that product for? It isn't just for vanity to look pretty on your bathroom shelf and say, hey, I have XYZ brand, look how pretty it looks and it's expensive. It's beyond that, what it does for you, how it's formulated. And so recently, you just said something. Very few people looked at ingredients listings. Very few people paid attention to what is in the ingredients. And unfortunately, the makeup industry, the cosmetic industry, the personal care industry, by law, you have to put on the package what the ingredients are all about, what it does contain. But unlike the nutritional industry, it doesn't have, you don't have to put the percentage levels next to each ingredient. So you may be getting something that says it has vitamin C in it, but you don't know what level of vitamin C. And I said early on about hopes and dreams in a jar. So many times these formulations are formulated with very low percentage levels. So you're really getting what we call in the industry a marketing level of ingredients. Marketing, meaning it's not sufficient enough to make an enormous difference in how these products can work on you if it has the right amount of each of the ingredients that you are saying it has in it. And I made a point with my business partners to create a line of products, not skimming. We put the right percentages of ingredients, and I rather, sometimes, and seldom I get a person saying, oh, it's a little bit strong for me or whatever, it didn't agree with me. I rather lose a client saying it's not for me because it might be a little bit too potent, then I tried it and I saw no results. Normally, I'm very careful about the balance of the skin, the pH level of the skin, to make sure that we produce products that are not harmful to the skin, but helpful to the skin, obviously. And I want everybody to be able to use it in a way that they feel it's not only safe, but it makes a difference. And you will see the difference as you use the product and give it a chance. Nothing works overnight, but in a reasonable amount of time, whether it's on your skin or on your hair, you will notice a major improvement. And I use the word major because that's what I'm trying to achieve, something that's really obvious.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. And I've tried, being vegan for several years now, I've tried so many products that claim that they're vegan or claim, that they don't have this and that in it. But, on the back, when you really educate yourself to the ingredients, and I truly haven't found anything that, that does say what it is, or that does have that long-term benefit. There are things, that they say that they have, but it's just not, they don't live up to their potential. They don't live up to the hype. And like you mentioned, there are people that like the packaging and don't really care about what's in the back. They care about just what it looks like on camera in photo shoots. So I love how, you created both. You created something that just checks in every single category. And I just have to say, we are thrilled to have you a part of GPS and just to have the chance to be able to market your line, So what does it mean, for you to be able to partner with GPS and to partner with Danny Bay and to be able to work with him, on this relationship?
Let me begin by saying I've known Danny Bay for a long time. And I say this sincerely, I have tremendous respect. I like the man, and that's important. That word like to me, I don't use loosely. I like the man, I respect the man, and it was meant to be. And I'm so happy that we were able to get together, and here we are sharing the opportunity that I bring to GPS with everybody due to Danny's and myself getting to know each other for so many years. And I feel very confident with Danny and GPS.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about, each bundle and, talk about the products inside and, why it's so amazing and, all of the benefits that it has. So we can go into bundle number 1. So that is your hair solution system. And then you have the energizing shampoo, the conditioner, and the scalp serum. So let's talk about that.
All right. And this line, when I created the hair solutions energizing system, I said to my partners, I can create a company just with this alone. And I'll tell you why. Both men and women alike these days, and now with the COVID going on, stress causes hair loss. There's so many reasons that I can go into now why we start shedding and losing hair, not just through our gene pool, but also through medication, through stress, there are a lot of issues that I won't go into now to take up the time, but we do have I've had the experience of really noticing how a large percentage of the population starts losing their hair early, especially men. Women, when they start reaching that age around 40 and they start noticing the hair is becoming now thinner, and as we get older, you even recognize it and become aware more of it later on. You don't want to wait until later on if you can help it, but even if it's later, I mean, the formulation of hair solutions was done in a way that I call it energizing, because I want to work first with the scalp. This is a great, starting with the shampoo. This is not your typical normal average shampoo. If you read those ingredients, it's a medicinal approach to hair care. Medicinal approach to hair care. What I mean by that is the ingredients that are active inside that are natural, and so, there's so much history in those ingredients from Eastern herbs, both from East and West. We have these groupings, what I call apple stem cells now that are so popular, trichogen, procopil, bicopil, these names that are encompassing an enormous amount of unique compositions of ingredients that are known through thousands of years to be fortifying, strengthening, and growing hair. I mean, I did my research with in fact, I went to a number of Eastern medicine gurus, I call them, people that are much, much more knowledgeable than I am, to give me the recipes that are known for so many centuries to put together in these formulations containing these herbs that are so potent and powerful and are so obvious in the way they perform. And here I am today bragging about it because of my own experience. So formulating this shampoo, gentle to the hair, cleansing thoroughly, enabling to stimulate the scalp, to energize the scalp and what's going on within the scalp. Because remember, hair is the extension of your scalp. A well-nourished, maintained scalp is the solution to everybody maintaining wonderful, beautiful hair growth. So here's the connection to the scalp. The scalp is what's producing hair. It's like think of it if you like gardening. You nurture the soil, nourish the soil, you prepare the soil to grow those beautiful plants, flowers, and vegetables that you want to grow. It has to begin with the earth, and the same thing with the hair. It has to begin with the scalp. And some people don't realize that or forget about it. They kind of not ignore it, but it's not present. They see the hair and it's either beautiful hair or it's not beautiful, it's thick or thin, dry or damaged or healthy. But they never realize what is the source of hair, and that's the scalp. So the energizing system works with the scalp as well as the hair. The conditioner provides long-lasting hydration, which is very important. Most conditioners evaporate quickly. So you want to maintain and trap that moisture in the hair, because in the end, the secret to good skin and good hair is hydration, 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 like in real estate, location, location, location. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's very important, because all the vitamins and nutrients that you put on your skin and hair, if you don't have good hydration properties within that formulation, it does something to that degree, but hydration is incredibly important. And that's why I drink a lot of water. Obviously, we need it for our health and so forth, but also when I create products, I want that hydration to be in all of my products to soothe the skin and the hair at the same time. So that conditioner is amazing because of its longevity. Once you put it on, it performs through the day and night until the next day or 2 days later when you wash it off. It doesn't evaporate or dissipate quickly. The magic potion that we're coming to now is the serum, the energizing serum. That's what I call, I'm lost for words, because the potency within that serum, when you apply it to the scalp within a reasonable amount of time, it depends how far it's gone, meaning losing your hair, but it can help you grow hair within, you should see it within 1 to 2 months, 2 to 3 months, depending on the severity of your hair loss. But I use it every night or minimum every other night. You can use it day and night if you want to. It doesn't leave your hair greasy or dirty. It has a delivery system that helps once you apply it to the scalp and massage that light oil on your scalp. Even if it gets caught with your hair, it doesn't matter. It all is drawn within the scalp. I call it, that delivery system is like an injection. It absorbs into the scalp, taking it deep where it counts. At the bottom where the roots are, that's where it's all happening. That's where you want to have the maximum benefits, providing that hair to grow in the near future, healthy, stronger, with more vitality. So once it grows out, it can take more abuse. If, you know, as a woman, and myself, I blow my hair dry almost every day. Women use flat irons, curling irons. They dye their hair, they bleach their hair, they straighten their hair. You know how much torture hair goes through once it's grown out and it's sitting there and you're trying to make yourself look attractive by going through all these rituals, I call them, in torturing the hair. So you want hair that's strong, that it's able to withstand that abuse that you are doing to the hair normally, just to look more attractive, with all the things that I've just mentioned. So it's important to grow good, healthy hair, gutsy hair with vitality and resilience and shine and luster and health. And that's what energizing, the Hair Solutions energizing system produces for that hair, and working with the scalp, growing beautiful, healthy, resilient hair. And that's why myself, I can brag about it, because I feel I've seen it with so many people, so many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails that we get saying, thank you, Peter. This has made an enormous difference, a major improvement in how my hair grows, feels, and behaves. And that you can read about it in the enormous amount of testimonials we have regarding Hair Solutions energizing system. I'm very proud of this line.
Yeah, I mean, I have to mention too, when I looked you up and just read, you know, your reviews, you have some diehard fans that have been with you for 10, 15, a long time, and they always have something positive to say. They don't have anything negative. I've seen the before and after photos, and it's really impressive on how, you know, your products really do work, live up to their potential. And you know, you have some incredible people who have stuck with you since day one, and so it's amazing. And I love how you just break down each product, and you explain it so where we fully understand and why it's so important. So thank you for that. So let's go into bundle number 2. So now this is your face and body bundle. So we have the age defying facial treatment. There's a natural lash builder, the tint and brow definer. There's also a detoxifying Citrusy facial cleanser, the pumpkin facial scrub, exotic oil elixir, and then the spa sensuals and intensive repair hand cream. So let's talk about that one.
I had a friend of mine today ask me, because they're buying a whole bunch of gifts for Christmas for their families and relatives and children and so forth. And he says, what's your favorite product? I said, it's what I told you before. I said, these are all my kids. It's hard for me to separate one from the other. But I said, when it comes to skin and when it comes to hair, I mean, when it comes to hair solutions to me is very important. I don't care if you're not losing hair. If you're noticing, getting back to hair solutions, if you want to strengthen your hair so you lose less hair, you shed less hair. You should be shedding some normally, but not a lot, especially as one gets older or if you're going through stress, medication, whatever. With skincare, I love the age-defying serum. I use that. I have it on now. I put it on at night before going to bed, but the majority of the times I wake up and this is my anti-aging moisturizer. I mean, everything that in one product, the age-defying serum. I first put a little bit of the oil, which I'll go into in a minute, Perfection, which is new to our line, and I'm addicted to that product to no end. I put a little bit of that oil on first because it absorbs quickly. It's very light. And by the way, when I use oils, whether it's in the energizing serum that we spoke about with the hair solutions for the scalp, or the Perfection that I'm about to talk to you about in a few minutes, the oils have to be super refined and the best quality I can find, because what I want that oil to do is to absorb into the skin. I don't want anything sitting on the skin that makes it sticky or dirty or gummy or a nasty feeling that I don't like. That to me is very cheap. if you know what I'm saying. When I put anything on, it doesn't leave a good impression on me. I want my skin to absorb it. I don't want it sitting on the skin. I want it absorbing into the skin. So these oils that I use in my products in general are very easy, very super refined and rich to absorb into the skin, bringing all those vital nutrients and supplements and minerals to your skin, working from inside out. The age-defying anti-aging serum that I just spoke about helps with fine lines, with wrinkles, with age spots, with firmness, plumpness. I mean, look at my face. I mean, at 76, I haven't done any work. I'm proud to say, but if you find a line on my face that's very severe, the few that I have is right here from my expression. You can't help that. That comes with aging, and even that is minimal. I don't have it as deep as some of my friends have. That they're almost tattooed on. They're so obvious. And this product plumps the skin, feeds the skin with all great antioxidants against free radicals, against aging. It helps to smooth the skin, to even out the skin tone, to help with lines and wrinkles and age spots. So this is just something, and it gives you a glow and a little bit of a, my son just told me yesterday driving, he says, did you put a bronzer? I said, I don't use bronzer. Why are you asking me that? He says, every time I look at you, I said, no, it's the age defying. It gives me a nice color to my, even tone to my skin. To see this product within 30 to 45 days, you start noticing quite an obvious improvement. And the more you use it, the more it shows up.
So now what about the Citrusy facial cleanser, scrub, and then the oil, and also the spa hand cream? Let's talk about those real quick.
I was working with a lot of models in my life. And when you're doing photo shoots, they have to remove their makeup periodically during the photo shoot. And I'll reapply. And sometimes I'll apply it 2, maybe 3 times during that photo session, which could last 12, 15 hours sometimes. They run quite a long time for the major magazines that we spoke about earlier. And I was tired of using, I won't name the brand, but there's one that a lot of models use that is very lightweight, I call it. It doesn't cleanse thoroughly, and it takes forever to remove makeup. I wanted something that was thorough, that was gentle, that was super hydrating, that it fed the skin with some of the supplements that I believe so much in, including in these products. And at the same time, it detoxified. So the cleanser, especially for women that wear makeup, my granddaughter just started wearing a little makeup, and she had issues with acne and all that. And she says, I can't use it. I said, just use this cleanser, the Citrusy cleanser. And it's magic. You put it on. First of all, when you rinse it off, you think you gotta keep rinsing it because your skin feels so dewy, so fresh, so hydrated that you think there's a little bit of residue. I fool myself. It's like, no, Peter, there's no residue here. It's the product. It's so hydrating. So you rinse it off. It removes embedded dirt and impurities. It goes into those pores like, I call it Roto-Rooter. It really cleans everything out. I mean, it's amazing without disturbing the pH mantle of your skin. It cleanses thoroughly. It removes makeup, eye makeup, everything. And the second one that I love is the scrub. To me, I use it every morning. It's what, as we age, you build and accumulate dead cells. Normally, they fall off when we're young, between teens all the way to 40s. You normally shed cells easily. After 40, there's a chemical that happens in the body that adheres those cells to your skin so they don't fall off that easily. That's why, especially with men who don't do much about skincare with their face, you can notice their face, they tend to be dull, a little bit on the dry, dull side. That's because they have an accumulation of dead cells that are not allowing the sheen and luster of the real skin to show up. So when you use the scrub, it cleanses thoroughly, it removes, it loosens the cells, and the scrub removes the dead skin cells. So you're getting a fresh look. That's why my skin always has so much glow. Besides using the age-defying serum, it allows those dead cells to come off easily, showing more luster and glow to my skin, and allowing new cells to come up quicker. That's what if you allow that to happen, your skin always looks younger because it's constantly being reproduced with those cells coming up to the surface. It's called that transmission of cells that arrive. It takes about 29 days from where it begins underneath your skin to come up to the surface of your skin. But it's that momentum you want to keep doing and going to produce beautiful, healthy, younger looking skin. But if those cells stay in place, it doesn't have that, it doesn't allow those other cells to show up as easily. So they have to force themselves by pushing the dead cells that don't want to come off. And the scrub, the polishing scrub, easily takes it off, and nature does what it's supposed to be doing.
Wow, that's fascinating. And
So
then,
each one has its own objective. If you see what I'm doing, I'm not just creating a cleanser. You can get that anywhere. I'm creating a cleanser that's healthy for you, but it has great benefits and purpose. That purpose has to be there. The need has to be there to be able to achieve what I'm trying to create and showing up with beautiful, shiny, healthy, beautiful skin.
yeah,
And it begins with a apparatus.
I love how you just didn't just focus in one category, like just hair care. You went into the body, but you didn't just, stick to the face with the age-defying treatment. Like you went into every little thing.
Every nook and cranny, as I call it. Every purpose that you need to produce a great appearance.
Definitely the entire package.
Uniqueness and value. The Lash Mask as a woman, you should appreciate, okay? Here's why, and now men are using it too, by the way. Lash Mask, I don't like mascara as a makeup artist because I've always felt, unless it's a natural mascara, which usually don't work as well as a regular chemically formulated mascara, and I know you're wearing mascara right now, I can see it, and mascara has a tendency to debilitate the lash, to weaken the lash, to dry the lash. So as a makeup artist, knowing this and having women saying, no, they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, Peter, I don't have the lashes I used to have, and they're coming off and they fall out. And my question is, how long have you been wearing mascara? Normally, when I was 14, I started wearing mascara. I said, look at all the accumulative effect of mascara use you've had through the years to get to the point where now your body doesn't have the stamina that it has when it was younger. So these lashes are much more delicate. So they tend to fall off easier because of the mistreatment that you're doing in applying mascara, which a mascara tube should have a skull and crossbone on each of the boxes where the tube is located, when you purchase it, because of its chemical formulation, the way it's designed. It can be very dry and debilitating. As I said, unless it's a natural mascara, and they tend not to work as well. That's why they're not as popular yet. It takes 5 months to grow back one lash, Miranda. I don't know if you're aware of that. So women that are losing lashes, you want to treat them nicely. So I created Lash Mask, which has all these incredible, wonderful ingredients inside with biotin and many other ingredients panthenol that I can mention to strengthen, fortify. It's a conditioner, it's a treatment, it's a strengthener. It rebuilds. It's almost like the energizing serum for the scalp to grow healthy hair. I did the concept of Lash Mask with that idea in mind to strengthen the lashes, to fortify the lashes. And it has a natural color to be able to color your lashes. Not like mascara. I don't want to mislead someone. This is not a mascara, but it will. I have it on my brows right now because I don't dye my brows. They're very white. So I put Lash Mask on my brows and you can see how dark they are. Okay? And that's because I use it on my brows. And I color my hair, but I won't color my brows. So I use Lash Mask to overcome the gray that I get so much of in my brows with Lash Mask. And you can do that with in creating beautiful, thicker, stronger lashes, which is just amazing what it can do. Now, if you want to use a mascara, put on the Lash Mask, wait about a minute, and then apply the mascara. The Lash Mask becomes your suit of armor. It coats each lash to condition, to strengthen, to fortify, and not allowing the ingredients of chemicals that are in the regular mascara to absorb and destroy the lash. So that's another benefit you get from Lash Mask. It's great to put as a base before you apply your typical mascara. And you get much more body and resilience with the mascara. Mascara goes on easily. I mean, it's a wonderful concept for lashes that I came up with.
I love that. And I feel like just being a woman, the number one thing we want is big lashes. We will do
Yes,
anything.
healthy, beautiful lashes.
Exactly.
And this is it. And it helps grow lashes thicker, fuller, healthier, stronger. And that's what I want. So it can take the abuse of a mascara if you choose to, or the curling your lashes that creates tension, and all of the things that we do with our lashes, and even the weather itself. And the Perfection oil, I created that oil for the hair and the scalp. That was my intention, because especially living in California or in climates like Arizona, Nevada, California, certain parts of Texas, it tends to be very dry. I wanted to create an oil that was hydrating but not greasy. Again, I'm not into oils that are greasy and heavy. That's not for me. So I wanted to create something light and absorbing easily and providing all the great nutrients. So I put together all these ingredients like baobab oil that comes from Africa that has an enormous amount of nutrients and an ability to hydrate, hemp oil, broccoli oil, which is full of antioxidants, argan oil. I mean, it's filled with 7 unique exotic oils that are very light, very refined. But then I started using it on my face, on my neck, on my arms. It became almost like my body lotion for hydration. And as it absorbs, I can see the difference right now, if I touch my face, I love playing with it because it's not the H-Defying that absorbs into my skin. The oil creates a barrier of hydration that makes my skin feel as a baby's butt. I mean, it's so smooth. It's an experience you have to behold when you use the Perfection oil, that is so clean, no preservatives, no chemicals, no water. It's all pure, refined, super refined oils that are filled with nutrients, very potent and very soothing and hydrating for the skin. We even have a gentleman on our before and after that recently sent me a photo that he was having, and I have to be careful because I don't want to start making medical claims. That's not my intention. I hope you forget what I just said, but he had issues, I won't even name what it was, with his skin. And he says, Peter, within a week, I noticed my skin was clearing up. And I said, you know what? That was never my intention. I'm glad you're experiencing this, but the oils are so potent, filled with so healthy, wonderful nutrients, with no preservatives, no chemicals, no nothing, just getting those pure refined oils, that it's probably is what is causing it. And he's big, and he tells the world in his own website, because he has a lot of problems with his skin, especially around his face, and he's promoting it on his own. And I said, don't mention it that I said that, you said that, what it's done to you, clear your skin. But it is a wonderful oil for, in general, for super hydrating and providing nutrients for the skin. And if you can mix it with a moisturizer, you can mix it with your foundation, you can mix it with your body lotion. I just apply directly first, and then I apply my body lotion on top of it.
Yes. And
And
then
I pull my face everywhere. I'm sorry.
the hand cream. What about that one?
And the hand cream, I don't get excited with body lotions and hand creams. I do with ours, not because it's ours, it's what they do. Especially in wintertime, hand creams to me, they're important. I had the experience once with Grace Kelly, working with her. I worked on Grace Kelly when she was alive, and being photographed by the famous photographer Richard Avedon, who I worked with for so many years, doing the Vogue covers especially. And once I saw her putting so much hand cream, and I said, Princess Grace, I would always call her Princess Grace. She used to say, no, call me Grace. I said, no, I have to call you Princess Grace. And we left it at that, and out of formality. And she said, Peter, you can tell the age of a woman more so than anywhere else on her hands. So I'm constantly conscious about applying hand creams because I tend to have very dry hands, and my aging shows up first on my hands, and that's why I use a lot of hand cream. And I repeat that during the day. That's why you see me using it so often. And that kept in my mind. And I said, I have to create a hand cream that is anti-aging, not just hydration. So it has anti-aging properties inside. It has super hydrating properties inside. It makes a difference in the way the appearance of your hands and the healthiness of your hands.
I love that. So Last one, let's go to bundle 3. So there we have the hair, face, and body. And it's everything in bundle 1 with your hair solutions, energizing shampoo and conditioner, the
That's good.
scalp serum,
Mhm.
and the avocado oil ultra smoothing shampoo conditioner. And then
That's what you have with, yeah, go ahead.
we have the Youth Survival 5 oil hair mask. Then you have
Yes, that's what we added to this because bundle 1, bundle 2, and now bundle 3 contains, as you said, the avocado olive shampoo, the conditioner, the hair mask.
and then
Out of all the shampoos that I've used in my life, the one that I've always noticed there's more need than anything is for those individuals that have hair that can tend to be frizzy, tend to be coarse, tend to be dry, the split ends. The hair needs a lot of tender, loving care. And so I created the avocado olive super hydrating shampoo and conditioner for that purpose. It doesn't weigh the hair down. That's the one thing I don't want. I don't like residues that leave a coated on your skin or hair, a coat of film of product. It absorbs, it works with the nutrients that it has from the inside out and just read those nutrients. It had the avocado oil that we put in there, the olive oil that we put in there, the baobab. We have so many unique oils in that product for hydration, but they're super refined oils. Again, I can't say that enough, to absorb easily into the hair, providing that super hydration and healthiness and shine and luster to the hair. So that is wonderful, the shampoo and the conditioner. But the hair mask, I, as a hairstylist, have used so many hair masks in my life. I think everybody that processes their hair should use some form of mask periodically. But I didn't want to create a mask that was used at least once a week and leave it on for half hour or whatever it is and then rinse it off. You can do that with this one. I wanted a hair mask that I can blend with my conditioner and get it in there to provide me with those unique supplements and butters and all the things that it has inside of it, that it gives you that incredible sheen and luster and hydration properties that a hair mask should do to repair the hair, to hydrate the hair, to provide healthy, beautiful, resilient hair. Read our reviews on our hair mask. This hair mask, we had Ipsy at one point promoted for us. I don't know if you know what Ipsy is, but these are the packages people sign up for and they get one every month filled with different products. They told us they had never had so much of a reaction in a product as they did with our hair mask. And that's very interesting to hear because they promote products weekly, monthly, every month they send out a bunch of products, and they've been doing it for years. Our hair mask it blew up our website. It was like people were going crazy saying, this is the best thing. What do you have in here? I've never had this experience. And for me to tell you this, you have to try it, especially if you have that hair that's somewhat damaged or dehydrated from processing color, bad color experiences, or not taking care of it, or the weather, now being indoors, especially if you live in winter, that hair mask is basically saying, use me because I'll make a difference in the way your hair looks, feels, and behaves with this weather and the environment you live in. It is a magical, that hair mask. I get as excited with the hair mask as I do with the energizing serum for growing hair. That to me is a powerhouse. This hair mask equally so. All of them do, but I love these two especially because of their unique point of view and the way they perform.
I can already tell a lot of them are going to be my favorite, and a lot of them are going to be a lot of people's favorite. You just have a lot to offer, and I just love how you explain it to the T. Very informative, very knowledgeable, and what are some beauty tips or routines? I have to ask this question because for those, who want to enhance just the way that they look, the way that they feel, what are some tips that you can share?
Okay, I'll give you the tips. First of all, look at yourself as how many people have come to me with photographs of models or movie stars and say, make me look like this, or can I look a little bit? I said, take what you've got and work with that. It doesn't matter if you're tall or short, thin or heavy, work with what you've got, but with someone like myself who is, and find that they're out there to give you the proper advice on how to wear your hair correctly to go with your figure, with the shape of your face and body. In fact, I usually have a woman for the first time when they come into my salon as a client, have them stand up, and I look at them and I said, I'm going to just study you in a very positive way and see and visualize what I can do with you now. But I look at the whole person. I just don't look at their hair or their face. I mean, I look at the whole person to evaluate properly what is more suitable for them when it comes to the length of hair, the color of their skin, the complexion to go with the right color tone, the shape and the style that works with it, the shape of their face and the shape of the body. I'm taking all that and analyzing it into one form to produce that magic that I want them leaving special, because we all are special. Now, getting back to the tips, one of the things that I don't recommend when you wash your hair, I used to see my daughter wrap her towel around her hair because she had long hair and go about putting body lotion and putting on makeup and then eventually letting the hair loose and combing it through. And I said, you're wrecking the hair. Hair, you know where they used to make glue from? Hair. Hair is like, it's basically glue. When you wrap it on a towel, it's like barbed wire. You kind of put it together, try to take that barbed wire now and separate it. You won't be able to that easily. So when you do it, and she was pulling on it, I said, you're tearing the hair and you're creating the split ends. And you're starting right almost from the crown to create the split ends. So you're right there destroying hair. Don't wrap your hair around a towel dry it, and immediately with a wide tooth comb it through if you have long hair, carefully and gently to untangle it, but don't wrap it in a towel. When it comes to the face, a good cleanser that doesn't dehydrate your face is very important, like the one we spoke about with the Citrusy cleanser. It's vital to be able to maintain hydration on your skin, and then use a good face moisturizer or face product like the Defying Serum that I apply. The oil, I love the Perfection oil for that reason. Please, that's even better than a regular moisturizer. Put the Perfection oil as your moisturizer on your face, on your neck, on your arms. I don't care where you put it, on your feet, on your knees. I have dry knees. I load my knees with Perfection oil because that is the hydration that I'm looking for that doesn't evaporate. It works from the inside out, and it's constantly working and also bringing those nutrients that each of those oils have that look like a list of vitamins and minerals. So this is what I'm looking for, to maintaining hydrating, healthy skin. This way, when you apply makeup, you don't need as much foundation and you don't need as much blush because you have a nice dewy complexion that's rosy, that even tone with the age defined, with a Perfection. And the makeup's supposed to be to enhance the features. And if I see a woman with makeup on, I know already she went too far. I don't, as a makeup artist, trained makeup artist, I don't want to notice your makeup. I want to see a beautiful skin, a beautiful impression, a beautiful image that doesn't show up. Look how much blush and the foundation, and I can see the demarcation line already. The neck and the face is totally different. Try to at least find the same tone to even out the skin tone from the neck and the face so they can blend together better. But the makeup should not be noticed because once you have healthy skin, you need less makeup. And it's more flattering to a woman, more feminine to a woman. You want to enhance the makeup? Work on your eyes and lips, not your face, eyes and lips, and pick one or the other. It's either the eyes or the lips, and play upon that to bring it out, to show the world, okay, you want exaggeration? Look at my lips or look at my eyes. But it isn't my eyes, my lips, my face with a foundation and my blush, and all of a sudden it becomes a clown. It's overwhelming.
I love that. I mean, the fact that you just, I really appreciate just like a woman's beauty, just how they are naturally, and you created something that helps them, you know, just enhance their just natural beauty instead of just putting on a face of makeup and making that define you as being.
You know what happens also, Miranda? Insecurity. They don't feel that they are pretty enough, or their skin is healthy enough, or they want to cover a lot of what's going on. If you take good care of your skin with products like I have, to give you that complexion that is much younger and more natural looking. Then the makeup is used to bring out the femininity. As a man, that's what I want to see in a woman, that femininity that comes out when they put the lipstick and the shadow and the eyeshadow and the liner, and the face is not as covered with foundation and powder and blush as it is in emphasizing those features that, in your case, your eyes are, in my opinion, emphasize your eyes more than your lips. That's where I would go, because you have such expressive, beautiful, shaped eyes. That's where I would play. As a makeup artist, I'm not going to do anything on you. I'm going to work with your beautiful brows and your beautiful eyes and leave it at that. That's where my attention is going to go right to when I see you. As I saw you the first time on the screen, what did I say? I'm looking at your eyes. Your eyes are captivating. You know, you could be the prettiest woman in the world, but your eyes are what I draw to as a magnet, because that's what you did a beautiful job in putting on makeup to emphasize your eyes and brows. Your brows are the frame to the eyes, as the hair is the frame to the face. And you've done a beautiful example of eye makeup here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm excited just to get my hands on all of your products. I mean, I can't wait to look like you in the next few months and just to see just the before and after. I'm super excited. And I just have to say, you know, thank you so much for just everything that you've done, your story, just sharing everything that you've done, everything that you just stayed true to yourself, what you've put out there to really help people, not to just, you know, make money, but you're really making an impact and wanting to see, you know, change in people to feel happy and beautiful, you know, just naturally. And, you know, I know you have a lot of things to do, and, you know, I just have one question, because I really admire your story, just being an entrepreneur, you know, coming from Cuba and then coming here, and just everything that you've done in business. And for a lot of our viewers, a lot of, you know, entrepreneurs at all ages, I just have to ask, what is, you know, your advice to, you know, someone being an entrepreneur, to someone who wants to be successful, you know, with whatever that means to them, and for them to just go after their passion like yourself, like you did, and someone who's building a business, what is some helpful advice that you can share?
First, know what you're getting yourself into, meaning know the business you're getting yourself into, whatever that business may be. Understand it inside out. Live it, own it, be it. Because once you do that, that confidence, that knowledge, that possession that you feel so joyful to have within you, now you can put it into action in creating a company to tell the world, this is the best gadget I have here, or whatever it is that you're selling, to improve people's lives, to enhance people's life. That's what I'm always looking for. How can I help you with what I've got and with what I know that will benefit you? That's my purpose, because I already have something that I am in love with. I like to share it with you, and it's going to make you look better, feel better. I know this, and I'm not selling it. I am. You will get it. You will understand that what I've got, you want to own also. You want to use it for whatever it is that you're promoting, and that's the important thing. The validity behind that, the passion and the sincerity behind that comes across, and then stick with it. I mean, when I started this company, it didn't happen overnight. I think just believing that you've got something, no matter how long it takes, I'm going to do it. And that's what I've done in my life, and everything I've done.
I mean, that's amazing. And, you know, I agree with everything that you said. And, you know, I just have to say, you are one phenomenal human being, and it is truly an honor just to interview you, to talk to you. And I'm sure you've, you know, attracted a lot of new fans now after people watching this video and just learning more about you. So, you know, thank you so much again. Thank you for your time. Thank you. And we are just excited just again to have you a part of GPS. And I know this is just a pre-launch video, just introducing yourself and your products, but I cannot wait for the future and everything that's more to come. So Mr. Peter Lamas, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. It's been a pleasure sharing this time with all of you. I hope you like what I have to share with you.